All right, you guys have the burden of proving by the greater weight of the evidence that the defendant in each case has committed acts that is considered unlawful conduct. In this case, that would be defined as stalking. State your name for the court.
Sandy Mazzella.
How do you know the plaintiff that's seated next to you?
That's my dad.
And how do you know Jon Sander?
That's a friend.
What would you like the court to know?
I beg your pardon?
What do you want me to know about your case, sir? This is your opportunity to testify rather than asking questions to yourself. This is your opportunity to tell me what evidence there is as to how Jon Sander has been stalking you.
Yeah. The day I took this out originally, even with the judge present, he was texting me nasty texts. So I texted him back a polite text that says, you have a restraining order against you, a non-contact order. Okay? Because he continued to do so, he said in one of the texts, the police can't help you and your dad can't help you.
Objection.
So he was
Sustained.
So am I not allowed to read texts?
So you're responsible for being able to authenticate anything that you provide to the court. If you can authenticate it, absolutely, I'll consider it.
Good. So I can't read the texts then?
If you authenticate it, you may do so.
What do you mean authenticate it?
The 900 rules of evidence. It's 901, 902, and 903 rules of evidence. If you can authenticate that by letting the court know that those texts are what they purport to be and that they're from the defendant, I'll absolutely hear you on it.
Yes, they are from the defendant.
And how do you know that?
They're from his direct cell number.
And how do you know that?
Because I paid a bill.
All right, what number is it?
919-703.
And how do you know they're from him?
How do I know they're from him?
Yes, sir.
Because that's exactly the way he talks to people.
Objection. Overruled. All right, is there any other way you can show the court that you know they're coming from him? Again, I can't, just as I just said to you, I can't do this for you. You have to be able to prove your case.
Well, he was arrested on it.
Objection. Sustained. Anything else you want me to know, sir?
Yes, I'd like you to know the way he talks to me and my wife.
Objection. Overruled. How does he talk to you?
May I speak?
Yes.
This is just some of it.
You're talking back about text now. You said he talked to you. Is he telling you things?
Yeah, he screamed on my property in front of my face. He's come on my property with a gun loaded.
Then tell me about those details alleged in your complaint.
He's come on my property with a loaded gun.
When?
Back in probably September, October.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
He talks to me with his violent, nasty, threatening talks. He talks to me like that in person, talks to me like that in texts.
All right, this is the final time that you need to give me specific instances and tell me in detail what has he done, okay?
He threatens me.
Okay.
He threatens me in texts.
What I would expect you to say, and this is, again, going to be the last time I'm going to try to help you with this, you need to be able to tell me, like, on December the 20th, he called me up at this particular time and told me this. On January 10th, he came to my house and said this. That's what I'm looking for, to describe it in detail, just not in general, he threatens me. I don't know any context of that at all. Go ahead, sir. Anything else you want me to know?
I guess I cannot ask you to read the texts, right?
If you can authenticate them, I'll absolutely consider them. Get back to what I asked you before. How do you know he is the one who sent you these texts and not some other person?
Because that's his phone number and I pay him the bill and they're all over his shirts too, phone numbers.
You said he's your friend. It sounds like you'll have more
Yeah, we did business together, yeah.
If I could have just a few brief questions on voir dire, please, Your Honor.
Okay.
So, Mr. Mazzella, you don't know that he specifically typed those messages on that phone, am I right?
Yes, I do, because that's his exact behavior. That's his behavioral pattern.
But it is possible that someone else typed the messages on that cell phone, am I right?
No, not possible. Not the way they're worded.
Mr. Sander isn't the only person in the world that you think speaks like that, am I right?
You're responsible for your own cell phone.
Nothing further, Judge. I would object to the text coming in.
Let's see what text you have. Mr. Mazzella, what would you like the court to know?
I'd like the court to know that I'm feared for my life, and I'm feared for my family life,
All right. Tell me why.
because of this such a monster that I see in front of my eyes.
All right. Tell me the specific acts that make you feel that
The
way.
last 2 months, 3 months, I barely go see my children because of this threatening me and my wife personally, the text message.
Objection. Okay. So do you have the text messages?
Yes, I do.
Anything else you'd like the court to know, Mr. Mazzella?
Yes, I just cannot go to my grandkids' house because I fear for my life. Because of this
All right.
gentleman.
You've told me that, but
Yeah.
you said that there are some texts that your wife has that you're worried about. Tell me what other incidences there are that
I
leads.
had with him, I talked to him one day in this particular restaurant.
All right,
And
when
he
was
said,
this?
you're just like you're just like your son.
When was this?
This was in the middle of February.
All right, now tell me what happened.
Well, I went to talk to him, and he started threatening me.
What did he say?
Well, he said that you don't belong with me, and I'm going to send police to your house, and they're going to take you in and put you in jail and stuff like that. You know, this, like I said, Judge, I fear for my own life and my wife's life and my kids.
All right, so he said he called the police on you. What makes that threat make you think he's going to...
I have a text message that he's going to call the police, break my door down, and take me in jail.
Objection. All right. Overruled. So you feel like he's going to hurt you?
Yes,
What makes it
because what he told me in this particular restaurant.
that he's going to call the police on you?
Yes.
So why does that make you feel you're in, like, you're going to be...
I look like I'm in trouble for what? What am I doing for? I'm not saying him.
Okay. Anything else you'd like me to know, sir?
No, sir.
Tell me your name, ma'am.
Elaine Toby Mazzella.
And you're Salvatore Mazzella's wife and Sandy Mazzella's mother.
Correct.
All right. So the two texts that are stalking are you're a liar just like your son,
Yes.
and I'll let the police know that you're connected, and if anything happens to me, they're going to be knocking on your door. You're a disgrace to the entire Italian race.
Which obviously is meant totally for my husband.
Judge, we haven't heard any threats. We have a legitimate purpose to contact the defendants. They have a business relationship. It's wrapping up. There are several issues for which Mr. Sander would have to contact them. So legitimate purpose, no threats. I think that everything we've heard is more or less just consistent with Mr. Sander being close friends with them. You saw many texts where he's being incredibly polite and considerate, and then a few statements that at the very worst are insulting, certainly not rising to the level of threats. And so we would ask that the court grant our motion to dismiss.
All right, Mr. Mazzella, thank you for being here. Your case does not state a claim with which the court can grant you relief. I can't let your case go forward. Your case is dismissed. You're free to go. You can certainly stay and watch the rest of it, but you can't sit up here any longer. The case for Sandy Mazzella will go forward, and I'll be glad to hear Don't call any witnesses you'd like to call.
So my dog got loose, okay, instead of doing the right thing, calling the police, he came on my property, right up to the edge of my garage door, cocked his gun back, okay, completely loaded, and started yelling and screaming like a lunatic, like a maniac out of control. And my kids have to see this.
What did he say?
He said, I'm going to kill that fucking dog. And then I dealt with Your Honor, ever since that, the same abusive language and mentality throughout. Just constant verbal and mental abuse with the mouth. Constant, just never ends. It's on a daily basis.
The court finds that the plaintiff has failed to prove by the greater weight of the evidence that he's proven acts of stalking. The matter is dismissed by the court, and folks are free to go. I expect everybody to keep their cool leaving this courtroom.
Thank you, Your Honor.